Okay, scene 4. The interior of a courtroom in New York City some years later. Hyatt is being questioned about his patent rights on the new celluloid plastic from which his company is making a lot of money, manufacturing everything from combs and hairbrushes to cutlery handles and even dentures. The lawyer questioning him has been hired by Daniel Spill, an English inventor who claims to have invented a similar plastic, xylonite, 1 year earlier. General Lefferts, Hyatt's financial backer, is in the front row of a largely empty courtroom, listening to the arguments. Lawyer: You say that you invented celluloid by attempting to create a replacement material for billiard balls? Hyatt: Yes, that is correct. I was using collodion to coat wooden balls to give the effect of ivory, but I realized that if I could find a way to make the coating into a solid material, I could do away with the wood and maybe make a material that sounded more like ivory. Lawyer: Sounded like ivory? Your story seems rather far-fetched, wouldn't you say? Hyatt: How many times do I need to explain? Any billiard player will tell you that the click of the balls is part of the pleasure of the game. Lawyer: So you deny receiving information in 1869 from London about a material called xylonite, which uses precisely the same process to turn precisely the same material, consults his notes, cellulose nitrate, into a near identical solid plastic material using, consults his notes again, using camphor as a solvent? This is the key step, is it not, that you use to turn collodion into what you call celluloid? Are we to believe that it is pure coincidence? No, I mean, yes, I do deny it, absolutely. Going red with exasperation. I found the material entirely on my own. Lawyer: Whether you did or did not find it on your own is hardly the point, Mr. Hyatt, as you well know. The point is that there is a prior patent protecting the key process that you are employing in your manufacturing business, and that patent belongs to my client, Dr. Daniel Spill of London, England, to whom you have paid no money. Hyatt: Daniel Spill? Ha! He is not an inventor. He's just an opportunist, a businessman, and a bad one at that. He took all his ideas from Alexander Parkes, a true scientist, the inventor of Parkesine. Spill just copied him, and now he wants to make money out of my honest labors. Turning to the judge, who is not paying attention: It's a disgrace, Your Honor. Lawyer: So who are we now expected to believe? Are we now expected to believe that you were somehow aware of the work of Alexander Parkes and yet wholly oblivious to the work of Mr. Daniel Spill? Hyatt: What work of Spill? His material doesn't work. If through some technicality I don't own the patent rights to celluloid, then Spill certainly doesn't either. It was Alexander Parkes who made the first plastic in 1862. Everyone knows that. Parkes just couldn't get it to work right, but I did. Not by copying like Daniel Spill, but through my own work by systematic experimentation. Turning to the judge, who appears to be quite bored and is fiddling with his pocket watch: I just want to run my business without being preyed upon by financial parasites. Lefferts has been listening intently throughout, but at Hyatt's admission that he knew of Parkesine, Lefferts looks down for a while, contemplating something, then gets up and leaves. Notes for scene 4. Despite the existence of earlier plastic-like materials, celluloid is widely recognized as being the first commercial moldable plastic. At the International Exhibition of 1862, the British metallurgist, chemist, and inventor Alexander Parkes presented a very curious substance to the world, one made of vegetable matter, but that was hard, transparent, and plastic. He called it Parkesine. He too had been obsessed with collodion as a potential plastic, but he had never managed to find a suitable solvent with which to turn the nitrocellulose into a moldable material. It was Hyatt's use of camphor, an odious-smelling gum found in wood, that did the trick. It enabled him to make celluloid into an affordable plastic material. At the time, in England, Daniel Spill had resurrected the Parkes process, filed for more patents, and launched a similar plastic called Xylenite. Although Xylenite failed commercially, Spill decided to sue Hyatt on the grounds that he had a prior patent on the use of camphor as a solvent in the process. The patent dispute with Daniel Spill almost cost Hyatt's business to close, caused it to close. It was the ruling of the judge that neither Spill nor Hyatt could claim the patent rights to nitrocellulose plastic, which opened up the whole plastics industry to huge competition and innovation. So if you're not familiar with patent law, which none of you are lawyers, so I wouldn't expect you to be, if you have a patent on a process, then nobody can use it unless they pay you money. So the fact that the judge ruled against this patent allowed everybody in the world to be able to use the process to make the plastic and to tweak it and try and make it better and make new things with it. All right, we'll see you next time.